every state, painted bitches so right. With a real secret. Yo, no, listen to the soul star. Pull your organ that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas sleep. The voice you can't ignore. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Yeah, keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Radio Show, always on a roll. Skylights in the desert, feel the rhythm of the beat. We're setting in the stage, making history in the heat. Voices rise and fall in a city that never sleeps. Yeah, the radio show keeps spinning. The secrets Vegas keeps. Let the Raiders roll. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Yeah. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. Yeah. The Lunatic Radio Show, always on a roll. The city like splash me, right at the biggest night news on the radio. About to hit another high, everything you wanna know. But the scoop make it fast. To facts tag, gotta make this moment last. We bringing go, half strip like in the candy with style. It's about to get wild. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. We moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. Yeah, we Lunatic real. Always on the road. On the strip like some insights, navigate the night. Truth in every state, painted bitches so right. With a real secret. Yo, no, listen to the soul star. Pull your organ that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas sleep. The voice you can't ignore. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Yeah, keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Radio Show, always on a roll. Skylights in the desert, feel the rhythm of the beat. We're setting in the stage, making history in the heat. Voices rise and fall in a city that never sleeps. Yeah, the radio show keeps spinning. The secrets Vegas keeps. Let the Raiders roll. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Yeah. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. Yeah. The Lunatic Radio Show, always on a roll. The city like splash me, right at the biggest night news on the radio. About to hit another high, everything you wanna know. But the scoop make it fast. To facts tag, gotta make this moment last. We bringing go, half strip like in the candy with style. It's about to get wild. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. We moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. Yeah, we Lunatic real. Always on the road. On the strip like some insights, navigate the night. Truth in every state, painted bitches so right. With a real secret. Yo, no, listen to the soul star. Pull your organ that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas sleep. The voice you can't ignore. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
Rise, my nation. Gather around and prepare. Our pride will be restored. Our shadow will fall with wicked damnation. Rise, my nation. Rise. This is your nation. This is our nation. This is the Raider Nation. Can you dig it?
What is up, Raider Nation, man? Welcome to another episode of the Lunatic Raider Show, right here on Raiders Allegiance with your boy, Lunatic Mickey Ficky Raider. Yes, indeed, man. Happy Tuesday to each and every one of y'all, man. We back on track. The bye week is over. It's Tuesday. We headed towards Jacksonville here in Las Vegas at Allegiant Stadium, man. What do? Do we get back on track? What number 16 will we see on the field? Like, what do you mean? What number 16? Not Joe Montana? No, not Joe Montana. Is Jacoby Meyer going to be the 16th on the field at wide receiver? Or will it be Tyler Lockett? We going to find out Sunday. Shout out to the world's most dangerous chat. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for pulling up. Man, let's get into the show, shall we? I think we shall. Then shall we all? Let's go. Egalitarian 207, man. What it do, what it is, man. Salute to you. Hope all is well. Billy Davis, my guys in the building. Yes, sir, man. We in here this morning. Oh, Egalitarian setting this shit off already.
From out of town. There you go.
That's right. Eric Holloway in the building, man. Salute to you. And he coming with too.
From out of town. There you go.
Yes, sir. Who else we got up in here, man? We got S.A. Big Dog in the building, man. Salute to you as well. Hope all is well with you, man. Appreciate you. For real. Chewy's Raider coverage in the building. Salute to you, my guy. Hope all is well, man. Happy Tuesday. Yes, indeed. My guy stepped in the building with his two-steppers on. You know what it is, man. Hey, it's the one and only.
My name is D-Nice. My name is D-Nice.
D-Nice in the Mickey Ficky building, man. Salute to you. SoCal Sal in the building. What it is, brother. Hope all is well with you. Oh, we in here active today, huh? Oh, y'all was waiting. Like, some of y'all was like, well, I'm not a member, but I'll remember this. Yes, you will. You'll remember this. We here, though. That's all that matters. No matter how you got here, as long as you get here. You feel me? Salute to all out there. Let me see who else we got up in the building, man. I got to keep, like I always say, I got to put my track shoes on to catch up with y'all because y'all be active. Yes, y'all do. Y'all be active. All right, y'all, let's talk this Raider shit, man. There's a lot of shit flowing out there about teams are very interested in Jacoby Myers. I'm hearing that the team is looking to get a day 2 draft pick. What's a day 2? Second or third, buddy. Second or third. They looking for a second or third for Jacoby Myers. If they can swing this deal, then, hey, I think that's I wasn't thinking I said at least not at least. I said a third, but most likely probably a fourth. But that fourth in a trade will be higher than letting him walk and getting the 4th round pick, which will be a comp pick. But that comp pick will not happen until after the 4th round is over with the regular picks of teams already lined up. So it'll be a low 4th round pick. But if you trade him for a 4th round pick, it won't be that low. It'll be everything above the comp picks. But then again, teams can trade comp picks too now. So I remember a couple of years ago you couldn't. Once you got a comp pick, you had to pick it. You couldn't trade them. Now they allow you to trade those picks as well. So that is something to think about also. My girl Peaches in the building holding it down, the good stuff. What it is with you, my brother. Hope all is well with you. Who else we got? We got the boss with the sauce, man. Alfredo in the building. Salute to you. Yeah, we active this morning, boy. Tuesday. Now we headed to the next game day. You feel me? That's all we want to do is get to the next game day, man, for real. But yeah, keeping that in mind, you can trade comp picks, so it could still be a low 4th round pick, but you don't have the comp right now though. Right now, you got to wait till after the season to see what you're gonna be comped. Matter of fact, let me see exactly when the comp picks are decided. When are the comp picks decided and distributed in the NFL for the draft? Let's see. We're gonna get this shit right. All right. I didn't say rookie contracts. Oh, they probably. Let me see. When are they got it wrong? Are not the contracts. When are the comp picks? Let me see. NFL compensatory picks are decided at the NFL annual meetings in late March. So March is when we'll find out. So they can't use comp picks now because there is no comp picks yet until March. So if the team does make a trade by the trade deadline, which is November 4th, they would have to use the picks that they already obtained. You know what I mean? For the draft. So yeah, it won't be no comp pick. So it won't be a bottom 4th round pick. But if we let him walk and they give us comp picks for let him walk in free agency and him signing a deal elsewhere, because March is, if I remember right, March is free agency. April is the draft. So in March, he could go sign a deal in free agency, and then we'll see exactly what we bring in and what goes out. There's a lot of formulated numericals that go into this. And like, God dang, this motherfucker said formulated numericals. Yes, mathematics, numbers. Let's go. That goes into if you get a comp pick, and if so, what round is the value of that comp pick that the league gives you for a free agent leaving, and not just any free agent, your best ones. So Jacoby Myers, since he is our number 1 wide receiver, they'll look at him as being a higher value pick. So I'm looking at about I don't know if he'll be a 3, but a 4th round comp is what he'd be if we let him walk. But if you can get that now from somebody that has picks now, that's going to be more than a comp pick as far as worth value wise, then that's what's going to happen. So yeah, we got to look at it like that. But either way it goes, you still can get something for Jacoby. But if you can get a day 2 pick, that's 2nd or 3rd round. If you can pull a 2nd or 3rd round pick for Jacoby Myers, and you know that you want to move on from him anyway because you didn't want him to give him a new contract, it works out as far as value. If I don't know how Spytech gonna be able to swing that high of a pick, but if teams are out there, from what I'm hearing, there are multiple teams interested in Jacoby Myers. Now you're going to end up, and it depends on how bad they want them and what teams they are. If they're teams that's right now in the thick of things for competing for playoffs and potentially more, and they lost a wide receiver such as a Tampa Bay losing Evans, you know what I mean? That's something that might, you know what I mean? Cleveland Browns is another team that might look into a wide receiver in Jacoby Myers' stature. Everybody's saying look at New England. That's another one. If they feel like they can win and be competitive enough to get into the postseason. But it all depends on what kind of weapons are you giving Drake May. That's another, you know what I mean? So now you're going to have a bidding war. Who really needs the services of a wide receiver that we have out there on the trading block? Because what other receivers out there from other teams are out there as well? Who else that ain't got a super duper? I mean, all they got to do is give him a new contract. I know that's what it's going to abide by, but if they'll work one out. You know, other teams will work one out, but like I said, is he worth $20 million? I said this before the season. I said, is he worth $20 million? Because I didn't see that. If the team is willing to pay $20 million a year, he'll get an extension. And it looks like it's going to be around the $23 million range. And people told me, nah, he not no $20 million. Shit, watch what he asked for. I had a feeling that that's just where the contracts were going for his position and his value. Because when them receivers in Cincinnati got those big deals, whether they were franchised or they were giving out a new deal, they spent a lot of money in Cincinnati. You know what I mean, on wide receivers. So now and then you figure Scary Terry in Washington sat out to get him a deal, and now the value of a wide receiver jumped up, which brings Jacoby Myers' value up into the 20s. That's all that did. It changed the whole wage scale at the wide receiver position. Let me see. Who else? See Boogie Brown in the building, man. Salute to you. Yep, that's what it is. Another 42 years since the last Super Bowl, bruh. Trust me. I was 10. I was 11. That's right, 11. I was 11. You know what I mean? So I'm already knowing. That's when I was really getting into football too, because all my cousins were Raider fans. I remember watching the Super Bowl with the Raiders versus Philadelphia. My parents dropped me off over at my aunt's house with my cousins, because all the adults went to a Super Bowl party. I was watching watching the Super Bowl with my cousin Gizmo. Shout out to Gizmo. And shit, he was a big Raider fan. Why? And I always was intrigued by that helmet. That helmet with the dude with the patch on the silver helmet. It was just something so clean about that. Like, ain't nobody fucking with that helmet, bruh. Ain't nobody fucking with that helmet. Period. And the silver was just shining like diamonds. You feel me? But yeah, man. There's gonna be a day that shit turns over, bro. That's just how life is. Everything in life comes to an end, and that's the good times and the bad times. They both come to an end at a point. We've been having bad times, so we know the only thing it can do is get better. But when? We want to expedite this shit quickly. When does it get better? Because I'm ready to experience that. I want a parade on the Las Vegas strip for winning the Super Bowl. I want all that shit. You know what I mean? Because it's like shit. Like you said, it's been 42 years. Actually, to win a Super Bowl, 2002 was the last time we went. You know what I mean? And that was an era where the beginning of the 2000s, that's when our window of opportunity was there. And what happened? 2000, we lost in the AFC Championship to the Baltimore Ravens. 2001, Tuck Rule. We should have beat New England to go on and face Pittsburgh in the AFC Championship. 2002, we get to the Super Bowl against our former coach against Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay beat the shit out of us. 3 pick sixes in that game by Rich Gannon. You know, all to fucking John Gruden. You know what I mean? But it's gonna change one day, bro. I just hope I'm still breathing when it does. I just want to. That's one thing on my bucket list. I want to be able to experience the celebratory events of winning a Super Bowl in Las Vegas. There's no other place to do it but here in Vegas, man. Just everybody come here and let's get lit. Let's act a damn fool. You know what I mean? Let's watch our team head down the strip and throwing out T-shirts and, you know what I mean, holding up that Lombardi. Max Crosby finally getting his championship by being loyal. The team being loyal to him, giving him his money, telling him we don't want to move on from you. When this shit turn around, we want you there because you a big part of this. We got to give him some help, though, bro. We got to make a defense that complements what Max Crosby brings. Okay, here's a subject I want to talk to y'all about. I've been wanting to get to this, and I waited till today to do it because we did members only Monday yesterday. The one coach that everybody's saying is on a hot seat. It ain't Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll ain't going nowhere. Spy Tech ain't going nowhere. We ain't worried about that. We're talking about Chip Kelly. There's people concerned with Chip Kelly. If Chip Kelly does not trend in the right direction of getting his offense back on track, then everybody's talking about then he's on the hot seat and he should go. Here's my theory. Here's my opinion. And it works perfectly because we're going to get into the whole aspects of what I'm about to break down. So put your tinfoil hats on, man. Here, not a conspiracy, but more like, let's what if? You know what I mean? Like Marvel's what if? Here's a what if. If Chip Kelly no longer is the offensive coordinator of this team because the team decided to move on because his productivity, play calling is suspect and ain't getting us nowhere, and we do relieve him of his duties, who should we put in the offensive coordinator position? And I got a name for y'all. I got a name. And it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me, and it might be all well in this one. Would you move on from Chip Kelly And in Chip Kelly's replacement, would you name John Gruden as the offensive coordinator? Since they made him terminate, we didn't have no bad blood with John Gruden. It was the NFL, not even really the NFL, but they were part of it. But now that the courts are allowing him to admit whatever the other emails and shit from what other motherfuckers are saying, I know the league is scared right now. Because if some shit came out about the commissioner or any other owners in this league of them saying some bullshit that y'all made the Raiders get rid of John Gruden for, he says he wants to get back into coaching. I don't think they're going to start off giving him a coaching job. I'm just not. But you could slide him in as an offensive coordinator in the meantime, which him and Mark Davis is, you know what I mean? And with the passing of Carroll Davis, and I just, another one, man. Hey, rest in peace to George Atkinson, former Raider. He passed away yesterday, I think it was. He passed away yesterday at 73, I think he was. So rest in peace to George Atkinson, man. He the one. He used to do Lynn Swann dirty with Pittsburgh. Told him, he said he was soft, you know what I mean? But Atkinson was one of them ones, boy, at safety. You know what I mean? So rest in peace to him. But would you put John Gruden in as offensive coordinator and give him a third chance? Because we know that there will be a day, and it's already been documented, that Pete Carroll will not be here forever. You know what I mean? And would John Gruden be the one you would want to move in line to take over Pete Carroll's position and giving him a third opportunity at coaching the Raiders, but on our terms, not the NFL's term or punk ass the owner of the Washington Redskins at the time, Commanders, who leaked out those emails to get the heat off his ass, but yet he was forced to sell the team because of the bullshit he did. So you know what I mean? It's just it's like a big ass soap opera in the NFL, bro. Big ass soap opera. But would y'all go that route? No to Gruden if Chip is let go. So you wouldn't want Gruden as an offensive coordinator, even though we know offensively, I guess the last time we were good on offense was what? Under John Gruden. Just think about that. You know what I mean? That when we made the playoffs, that was John Gruden's offense. It doesn't matter. He wasn't coaching at the time because he had to relieve his duties, but it was still his playbook. Hard pass on Gruden. Okay, everybody said no. Only if Gruden has to compete with. If Gruden got to compete with Kappa, good luck with that shit. For real. All right, then we have to move on and look at other potential offensive call. I mean, you got to figure, would you go a young guy? You would probably go young if your mind was set on rebuild. Like, there's no ands, ifs, buts about it. We're going to rebuild. We can't win now. We don't have the personnel to win now. So if you did move on from Chip Kelly, Joe Philbin would be a good filler during the season if you let him go during the season. Joe Philbin, because if you go look at Philbin's history, Philbin as a head coach under his offense has been top 12 regardless. When he was with Green Bay, he won a Super Bowl there as the offensive coordinator. With who was he with? He won that Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. It was Aaron Rodgers that he won the Super Bowl when New England went. Then he goes to Miami for 5 years, and he pulls Miami's offense from being ranked in the mid or bottom of the 20s and brought him up to 12, 10, 11, around that area, because for 5 years, he never dipped below ranking, that is. He never dipped below 12th in the NFL, and that was with, who was the quarterback? Tannehill. Tannehill in Miami was his quarterback, and they were never under 12 ranking in offense under Joe Philbin. And I always push for him too. But I mean, it is, who would you go with if you're gonna get rid of Chip Kelly? Who do you go with? Is Brendan Carroll? Come on, bro. Like I said, you got the same thing will make you laugh or make you cry. Mark Blank or Matt Blank in the building, man. Salute to you. If Dolphins fire McDaniel, I'll go after him for offensive coordinator. Okay, that's a name you could throw in the pot. We need to stop grabbing into the past and strive for the future. I don't look at it as striving into the past. I look at it as striving for experience. You know what I mean? For experience, because with having somebody that's coaching a position for the first time, he's not gonna get it day one. Year one. It's not nope. Year one, nope. Year two. Everybody was talking about Ben Johnson in Chicago. How's that going? You know what I mean? Like, it is not gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna happen overnight. And plus, I don't like that motherfucker with Chicago anyway. He too cocky. I don't like him. I don't like Sean Payton. Hey, they too cocky for me, and they ain't got shit to show for shit. Let me see. If Mike McDaniels gets fired from Miami, okay, that's another one. Okay, that will use a fullback in the offense. Man, can you imagine a fullback with Genty? That would have been perfect. That kind of offense, just to get that first collision, you know, through that line to just open the hole for Genty to do his thing. I think a fullback would really help this offense if we used one. You know what I mean? And we can even go outside the lines. We need an aggressive one. And I said this. Let's use somebody like JJ Pegues. You know, and if you use, hey, remember we was talking about, will JJ Pegues get a touchdown this year? From a fullback position, yes, he can. That's another added wrinkle to the offense. You'll have a big physical fullback, not legitimate fullback, but using him as one, JJ Pegues. JJ Pegues, man, and let him do his thing. I know he'll open the hole for Genty. Ain't no linebacker fucking with him, bruh. Linebackers are light in the ass these days. You're taking former safeties and you're moving them down into the box. That's not going to help against defensive tackle that's athletic enough to play fullback and also implement him. He can leak out and be open for offensive passes as well, because we kept talking. We was like, do you think JJ Pegues will get a touchdown this year? And that will be an opportunity if you use him at fullback, because I remember back in the day, the '85 Bears was using big ass Refrigerator Perry as a fullback. They used big old 72. They was using him to run the ball, so it can be done. You know what I mean? You took Marcel Reese from tight end and moved him to fullback. That worked. You know what I mean? So why not? Why not, man? That's what I'm saying. It's some things that we can do that's different and also get the job done. Yeah, Chip Kelly's offense, I don't know what he's doing, man. The last time we played, man, that scripted with one run play, and not just that, you ran him just once on coming out the gate. The offensive line got to be addressed. Richard Lyons in the building, man. Salute to you. Hope all is well with you. In the building, man. We in the building. Snooze Hernandez in the building, man. Salute to you. Yeah, we up in here, man. Yeah, we getting back on track, man. Hopefully, we'll see what this team has done over the bye. Is there going to be some adjustments? It better be some adjustments, because what we working with ain't shit. So I hope they don't stick with what they're doing. More good players than that. Of hell yeah, I want to go. You know how these last couple of drafts we went like Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty. Let's do the offensive line the same way. Let's go in these drafts like the same way with the offensive line. Let's go top tier talent especially the guard spots. You know what I mean? Let's get the interior of this line legitimate with some talent. And I know we got a couple of young guys that's not ready to hit the road right now, but when they do, they'll be ready, because mentally they're being tuned right. They're being developed right now mentally. Physical, I'm not worried about. Now to give them enough time to get on a regiment, get on a food regimen, get on weightlifting regimen to build their bodies up. You know what I mean? Mentally, between the ears, they'll have the system down. And then when it's their time, and I think next year that's what they're going to do. You might see them this year. as far as Charles Grant and Caleb goes, you might see him this year. Because we know Kappa is not, no, he's not the answer. Parham, it might be time to move on from Parham. You drafted these young guys for a reason. So when we get to that point when it's time to implement them into the offensive line, and if we keep losing, why not? Might as well let them get the reps. Let them get their reps and see what you got. Are they ready? And if they're not ready, it ain't gonna be detriment to the team for the fact that we know we're not going nowhere this year. You know what I mean? We're playing in mud. For real. Anthony Martinez in the building, man. Salute to you. But yeah, there's a lot of things to address this team. And it starts this Sunday, man. Let's see. Was there an adjustment made? Is there a fine-tuning of the offense? Has the line been tinkered with? The offensive line, that is. Did you move some shit around? Are you moving some shit around that shouldn't be touched? You know, like your kid, you tell them when you go into the store, don't you touch a mother thing. You know that? You go to the store, don't you touch a mother thing. And once they get ready to start reaching, your mom come out of nowhere, get your motherfucking hand off of that shit. You ain't buying that shit. You ain't got no job. That's what you got to tell the coaches. Don't you touch it. Don't you be messing around with this offensive line unless you're making it right. Unless you making it right, don't touch it. Boy, get your hand caught in the cookie jar, boy. You getting the shit slapped out of it. Hand be red for days, for real. I would give John Gruden a chance. He loves the Raiders. He does love the Raiders. You know what I mean? And you can't say that offensively he ain't. Offensively, he's one of the good minds out there on the offensive side of the ball when it comes to developing plays. That's why I say, and he has the knowledge. Last time we were anything on offense and we made the playoffs was under who? Gruden. I'm just saying. But then again, I mean, everybody has their preferences. But I tell you what, yeah, only offensive coordinator. Gruden I don't think Gruden, but then again, you know that opportunity, and you know the love fest between Gruden and fucking Mark Davis. You know what I mean? So you might as well say that after Pete Carroll puts it down, you know who's gonna pick it up. That's the one thing though. How does the nation feel about Patrick Graham right now? Patrick Graham, I'm not mad at. Like I said, even with what we have right now, this defense is ranked 18th in the league, so we're mid. But I mean, shit, it could be worse. It could be the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, you know what I mean? Last time, I bet you Dallas is ranked less than 30th now. Last week I checked it, they were ranked 30th. After this game against Denver, I bet you they were probably 31, 32. Let's see how this shit go. What is the Dallas Cowboys defensive ranking for the 2025 season?
The Cowboys are in second place in the NFC East
No,
with 3 wins and 4
not
losses
where they rank.
for a winning percentage of 43%.
What is the Dallas Cowboys defense ranked currently?
The Dallas Cowboys defense is currently ranked very low, 31st in total defense.
Yep, they dropped the 31st in total defense.
They are also 31st in points allowed and last
Damn.
in defense.
Listen, Dallas Cowboys. That's why I said if we lose to Dallas Monday night, that's unexcusable. You should be able to score at will. I don't care how bad. 31st in total defense. They allow 404.6 yards per game. 31st in points allowed. They also, let me see. They also rank they're last in third down defense, allowing opponents to convert over 51% of their third downs and are among the lowest in the league for the pass defense and defensive, defensive penalties. So defensive penalty, oh my God. If we don't beat Dallas, and I tell people this shit, if we lose to Dallas on Monday Night Football in front of the whole nation, I'm gonna have to sing taps. Doom doo doo, doom doo doo, I'll be folding his hat up like when they, if you had a loved one in the military that passed, and the military comes and they do the flag ceremony where they fold it, boom, 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 and hand it to you. I'm gonna fold his hat up and I'm gonna hand it to my son. Here you go. You can wear this shit when you get older, bro. When I'm gone, just remember, the Raiders weren't shit when I was breathing on my last breath. You know what I mean? Shit. God dang. Boy, if they lose to Dallas on Monday Night Football, man, I tell you what. Mike G in the building, man. Salute to you. Desert Raider in the building, man. Salute. Hope all is well. Oh, yeah, we up in here. Hey, Dallas giving up Duke shoot. They giving up the Duke shoot, boy, for real, for real. 404 yards a game is what they did. Hey, that's why they really want Max Crosby. You give us all your draft picks. Do like New Orleans did when they got Ricky Williams. Give up their whole fucking draft. Give up your whole draft and we'll give you. Hey, because y'all need help. Because with the offense you got now, but with no defense, y'all ain't got a fucking hope. You ain't got a prayer. If you score 40, but you giving up 50, come on now. You let Denver just stick swipe all down your esophagus. Like, bruh, that's hella YAG dyslexia. That's hella YAG dyslexia. That's yak backwards for real. Just all you couldn't even take a breath. He got back. Hey, motherfuckers, Denver got to where the slimy spit was. You know what I mean? The way they dug out Dallas, hey, them motherfuckers walked with a limp from here on out through their life. You know what I mean? No cap. Man, Dallas better not do no shit like that on Monday night, man. We better be able to score when we want to. Fuck, man, to hell with that shit. We gonna see though. We gonna definitely see, man, for real, because it's coming up. We got Jacksonville, Denver Thursday night. Then we follow it up with that Monday night game, Dallas, man. Hey, it's gonna be cracking. It's gonna be a whole bunch of period stain ass cowgirl fans walking around. But hey, fuck them. I hope they bleed to death. But with that being said, man, I'm about to jump my ass up off here, man. Hey, we'll be back tomorrow. Hump day. Hump day. Hump day. Yes, indeed, man. I'll be back tomorrow, man. Same Raider time, same Raider channel, man. We gonna cover this shit. Hopefully the Raiders made some adjustments at the bye to get us back on track and at least see another W. I think we got a few more W's in us. To be honest with you, we potentially could have a better record than last year. Not saying that last year was like, ooh, we beat last year's record by 1 win. We might get about 5 wins, bruh. We gonna find out though the hard way or the best way. We'll see. Let me see who else in the building. And before I'm up out of here, we got the good stuff, man. Dropping them Raiders on you.
I'm out of time. There you go. There you go.
So I'm gonna get myself up out of here, man. But I'll see y'all tomorrow. Same Raider time, same Raider channel, right here on Raiders Allegiance, man. It's the Lunatic Raiders show, man. We're gonna see what this team has in store for us. Hopefully they have a heartbeat and they go out there and play with some heart on Sunday against Jacksonville, man. So with that being said, man, y'all be safe out there. Make it back home to your loved ones. And remember, if nobody loves you, fuck them. I'm Lunatic Raider, and like I always say about this time, I'm out this bitch.